Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Zonda. I am joined by Danny Spiteri, the Commercial Community Manager from Team 17. How are you doing?
Good, thank you. Thank you for having me on this.
No worries at all. So basically, one thing I'm super excited about is Worms has come into the NVIDIA Shield via the GeForce NOW streaming service.
Yeah.
And Worms has sold over a cracking 70 million copies, which is pretty mind-blowing. But tell us why Worms W.M.D is the best one yet.
I think in some ways we've taken Worms back to a very classic formula. It's the Worms game that people have been after for a little while now. It's back to being 2D, and we've gotten the physics from games like Worms Armageddon, and we've really nailed it with Worms WMD. But in other ways we've really innovated the series, so we've added things like buildings, vehicles and crafting to the series for the first time, and you're getting just a good mixture of something you're really familiar with, but with kind of a new twist on it, which is just really exciting.
There's loads of crazy new weapons, like there's crazy weapons that have always been in all the Worms games, but what ones are you probably most excited about that are in the new one?
I think there's some returning weapons which are just hilarious, ones that the community absolutely loves. So we've got things like the super banana bomb, we've got the concrete donkey, but one thing that the new crafting system has allowed us to do is have variations on the ones that people love. So for instance, in this you've got the angry concrete donkey, which is basically a red version of the concrete donkey which drops from the sky. It completely destroys the terrain, but it also kind of produces fire. Because fire added to anything in Worms is basically a good thing. So yeah, there's newer versions of the weapons that people love, and there's exciting new weapons like the dodgy foam battery, so you throw it and it creates kind of like a lightning chain between different Worms. So you can, if you get it lined up perfectly, you can cause a lot of damage with it.
So Worms is out now. If there's any tips that you could give new players, old players, what would your best tip be?
So I've got two top tips. The first one is sentry guns are perfect for the new buildings. So basically, if your worm is within a building, you can see the inside, but the enemy team can't. So if you put a sentry gun just by the door, they think, oh, I'll go inside that building, and they're immediately shot by the sentry gun. So that's a classic. It's the best use of the sentry gun in my opinion. And then my number one tip is the new helicopter. It is perfect for flying over the enemy and basically using the mounted machine gun to drill down so that the worm falls in the water below. It's so effective.
All right, I'm gonna bear that in mind when I play it then. But yeah, thank you very much for talking to us about Worms. We know that you have another awesome title, so let's go and have a look at it. And now we're looking at Overcooked, another game that's coming to GeForce Now. It looks like an awesome party experience. Can you tell us a little bit more about it?
Yeah, so it's a cooperative cooking experience, and we really wanted to go back to the old school kind of days of video gaming, where it is 4 people on a couch playing together and basically trying to work as a team or trying to screw each other over. Both are kind of perfectly valid ways of playing Overcooked, but yeah, it's just really fun.
It looks really, really cool. So what other co-op things can you do in it exactly? Can you elaborate a little bit more for me?
Yeah, so you've got up to 4 players in a kitchen, and the idea is you get through a list of orders and you've just got to make food. But there's several steps to it. So for instance, if you're making burgers, somebody has to take the meat, they have to tenderize it, then we have to put it on the cooker, and then there's different elements like lettuce and tomato. All the orders vary. Now that in itself is one kind of side of the game, but the kitchens that you're cooking in are like on a ship, in space, on a volcano, things like that. And coordinating between 4 people, getting all the orders right, making sure nobody kind of falls in lava or falls off the boat, it just becomes a little bit hectic, especially if fires start.
It sounds like absolute madness.
There's nothing like it.
So WMD and Overcooked are coming to the Shield. What opportunity does this bring for gamers?
I think when you make a game, you want as many people to play it as possible because it's something that you've poured your heart into, and we just want people to be able to play it, wherever they are, on what platform that they want to be playing it on. So it just gives the gamer more choices, and that's what we're all about.
Well, thank you very much, Danny. It's been an absolute pleasure. WMD and Overcooked are coming to the GeForce Now very soon. Keep your eyes and ears open.